Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Okay, good evening, sir.
So, how many registration have you got?
Uh, Sir, it's more than 360.
Sorry.
More than 360, sir.
All right. How many people are joining Zoom from your college?
Uh, Only 30, like mostly 30 only are there.
Okay. And from the staff,
Sir,
anybody from college staff?
my college staff, our PO will be there and a principal ma'am will be there. So, only that.
All right. All right. Where is
Sir,
Jyoti?
Jyoti, actually, sir, due to some issue, she is not joining now. She'll join later.
What time? But she will be the hostess, right?
Sir, we have like arranged one more host we have kept, like in the backup, one more host was there, so she's ready.
Who is the host?
Ramkumar will be the one, and one is Avantika. She's joining, sir.
All right. All right.
And sir, the registration is 550.
Total registration?
Total, yes, sir. 550 participants.
That includes students from all the colleges.
Yes, sir.
So 550 will be viewing us on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you sent the link? Have you sent them the link?
Yes, sir. We have sent.
All right.
Avantika, you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Sir, she's the new host.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Namaskar, Sangeeta.
Good evening, Rekha ma'am.
Good evening,
Namaste,
Ranjan.
Namaste, Rekha ma'am.
Good
I hope
evening,
everything
ma'am.
is fine. I'll make Rinsen co-host, okay?
Okay,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you are being the host?
Host or co-host?
या आप रहे अगर आप है तो आप ही रहो और हम लोग को co-host बना दो बाकी
हाँ,
रहने
co-host बना देती हूँ आप दोनों
हाँ
को.
yeah I have just come out of that NARC interview, Sangeeta. My God, I was so nervous for it. वो NARC का चल रहा है ना. I did the recording and then the recording went failure, so I had to record the whole thing again.
NR, अच्छा मेरे को idea नहीं है क्या है.
So we have Ramkumar Arumgam. Hi, Ramkumar.
Hello, ma'am.
I have Avantika. Hi, Avantika.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. We will do all masti till all. Who's PCGT? Vikrant. Vikrant is okay. All these are our interns. No principals.
Anand
are there.
hasn't come, surprising. Normally he
Who?
comes very early. Dr.
Who?
Anand.
अरे यार टेंशन मत दे दो अभी
जल्दी से आ जाते हैं ना.
आशुतोष क्या सोच रहे हो इतना कितने सीरियस लग रहे हो यार थोड़ा रिलैक्स
You
करो
must be
यार
watching something.
पर इतना टेंस होके ये कुकरू को रेंजिन आपके यहाँ से आता है
अब हमारे आजू बाजू में है मैम.
Whenever I talk to Renzin, the Kukuru starts first. Hey, hello,
Yeah.
recording it. Who's recording? Yeah.
Because I have to sit near the window क्योंकि यार here I get good Wi-Fi. Like you ma'am.
Yeah.
आपके पोस्टर के वहाँ पे.
अभी जाऊंगी ना
के
उधर
वहाँ
अभी
पे.
आई हूँ क्योंकि चार्ज कर रही हूँ अभी जाऊंगी उधर
Yeah.
but I finished that on time, so I was so excited you can't imagine.
पता ही था मैं होने ही वाला था टाइम पे. No doubt.
No, and the funniest part, when I went on the Zoom at 4, it showed 4:30. So I called them up. I said prepone. So then we go. I'm too loud. Sorry.
और नहीं सुनाई देता है. हाँ? अच्छा,
Ma'am, are you saying something? I guess you're
I'm asking you, Avantika, if you want a chocolate. Renzen was very busy, so I didn't want to tell him. He was too busy. He didn't even look at the perk.
मैम किटकैट होता तो देख लेता.
देखो हमारे बजट से हम काम करते हैं. हमारा ये 5 रुपए का 2 पीस का बहुत अच्छा है पर्क. क्या करे, ऐसे 10 बॉक्सेस आते हैं दिन में घर पे.
वाओ, लकी यू.
हेलो, लकी मी मीन्स क्या? पैसा खर्चे तो लकी मी. कभी कोई हमको दे देवे सारा बॉक्स की तुम सबको बांटते रहती है, ले लो. Sangeeta ma'am went or what? She's host now.
Yeah.
Should I make Rensen host or is it okay?
मैम आप जा रहे हो?
I may, but I don't mind. I can make you host. If I have to go, I'll go. Yeah.
So जब आप जाओगे तब बनाना ना.
Actually इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Meeting will go on. But हाँ, in case कोई phone आ गया, कुछ connect हुआ, disconnect हुआ, इसलिए मैं to be on the safer side, I'll make him.
All right.
He'll be very happy.
तो कोई फर्क क्या पड़ता है? Hardly makes any difference.
Today I learned one more thing on this Zoom.
हाँ, बोलिए.
Because I was the host.
What did you learn?
आपने तो कुछ सिखाया ना मुझे.
हाँ, वो करना.
You know, she made me the host and she was no more the host. So she couldn't do something. So she told me to do it. Yeah. What was that, Sangeeta?
You had to, I think, do something. I don't know, to assign someone as co-host.
हाँ, correct.
Actually, it is no rocket science. कुछ करना ही नहीं है. खाली उधर जाके उसको वो कर देना है.
देखो संगीता, जो काम दूसरे लोग कर सकते हैं ना, उनसे कराओ.
Actually.
ये रेंसडेन ने बहुत आराम किया है. अभी थोड़ा काम कराओ. ये बच्चे लोग ना, सब लोग. Jenny Flora. Is it Jenny Flora?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Jenny Flora Matthews. So you can see, all of us are not like that. Some of us at PCGT are like that. That's because Sangeeta Miss and I deal with school children, no? So we also behave like school children sometime.
Okay, ma'am.
मैम स्कूल के स्टूडेंट ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं?
मैंने बोला तो है. Let's see.
नहीं, आपने बोला है this one. I didn't put on the mentorship group उस दिन, जैसे मेरे को नहीं
Mentor पे नहीं
चाहिए.
डाला आपने?
नहीं डालूं
I
क्या?
thought you have. हाँ, डाल दीजिए. जिसको आना आ जाए.
आप
अच्छा,
डालो.
मैं डाल देती हूँ. Okay.
हाँ, डालो. We have this group of mentors from 4 different schools. So today we had government law college students talking to them about dating and relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. मैंने तो आपको बोला है आओ. So Monday and Thursdays. So Monday they did leadership program, and leadership was by Mr. Paul Machado from Campion School. So he talked to them about SWOT analysis. He talked to them about SMART goals, and you had to see these people, champions there. And we have students from 8th standard onwards. So
मैम
it's
देन
great
एंड्रूज के
fun.
स्टूडेंट्स ने आपको कांटेक्ट नहीं किया बाद में?
कोई नहीं करता है कांटेक्ट, उनको पता है एक बार आप कांटेक्ट करेंगे फंस जाएंगे पीसीजीटी के साथ। भेजो ना, इनको भी बोला ना, इनको बोलो ना वॉलंटियरशिप करने को मेरे साथ।
करेंगे ना वो?
बोलो ना, बोलो तो थोड़ा फील्डिंग करो यार।
Then he'll
Yes,
do it,
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
So Jennifer, where do you live?
Ma'am, I live in Mulund.
And what do you do?
Ma'am, I'm an SY. I'm doing BA, second year BA.
Oh, SYBA. Okay. So in Mulund, you know, there is a Shahani colony.
Sorry, ma'am, I don't know.
तो जब अभी
देखा
गूगल
मैम, अगर रहती मुलुंड तो
I know,
पता
ma'am.
चलता।
Ma'am, I know Shahani Colony.
Who said that? I know.
Ramkumar. This is
Ramkumar, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you should
Yes.
know, yaar. ऐसे कैसा? You also live in Mulund?
No, I live in Dombivli, but my friends used to live there.
Yeah. So that was a society made by my father-in-law. I'm talking about the 70s and all, so that people could afford to buy their own houses. And in that same compound, we had an elders' home where we are running the college now. Our management college is running from there, Shahani Thadomal Shahani Management College. That's also a good course. You all can find out later on.
Sure, ma'am.
ये YouTube पे तो नहीं जा रहा है ना रेंजडन?
बट रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है।
या होने दो ना, अच्छी तो बातें कर रहे हैं हम लोग, कुछ बुरी थोड़ी कर रहे हैं। डिलीट करो यार ऐसे रिकॉर्डिंग।
रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दो, अभी मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती। जब स्टार्ट होगा सेशन तब रिकॉर्ड करना, ओके रेंजन?
यस मैम, वैसे भी मैम
कैन यू डू दैट? कैन यू सी दैट?
मैंने तो रिकॉर्डिंग मैम यूट्यूब चालू करेंगे बाद में।
यूट्यूब अगर करना है तो आपको अभी लाइव स्ट्रीम कस्टम स्ट्रीम चालू करो और उसको 5 बजे मतलब जब भी स्टार्ट होगा ना विद 2 मिनट्स पहले करके, बिकॉज इट टेक्स सम टाइम टू स्टार्ट।
अभी करें मैम?
पे हाँ
अभी करें?
एक्चुअली इसको मैंने वो नहीं किया है, शेड्यूल नहीं किया, नहीं तो अभी से चालू हो जाएगा। हाँ,
Why you?
okay,
That's why I
नहीं,
told you be the host till then, Sangeeta.
Okay,
That's why I told you.
तो मुझे होस्ट बनाओ। मैं नहीं कर सकती अभी। रेंजन मुझे होस्ट बना दीजिए, मैं आपको को कर दूंगी तब तक।
बन गया,
और
बन गया।
ओके, यूट्यूब लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग में चालू कर देती हूँ और जब हम रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट करेंगे तब वो चालू होगा, ठीक है? Let me see.
Do it, Sangeeta. Hi, Mrs.
Yeah.
D'Souza. Nice to have you with us.
I'll have to go to the computer. ये फोन से आधी काम होते नहीं है।
तो जाइए ना, थोड़ा मूव कीजिए
जा
ना।
रही हूँ।
जाइए ना। तुसी जाना, जल्दी जाना, जल्दी जाना।
मैं जल्दी
है क्या?
है ना 10 मिनट। जोकर है सबके
Felsi
सब।
is raising her hand. Felsi, hi. Can you see us, Felsi?
Good evening.
How are you,
Good evening.
Felsi? Lovely to have you with us.
Nice to see you all. Dr. Anand, na?
Yeah, Dr. Anand. He'll be very happy to have you.
I'm also waiting for the session to begin.
Hi,
Thank you.
Rashna. Kem cho? What she's saying, she only understands.
मजामा।
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Rashna ma'am.
आप पी के तगड़ा। बुरा हाल है।
These students will think PCGT is full of jokers. Yeah.
Better to have jokers, though.
Yeah, सही बात बोले, सही पकड़े।
Ma'am, where are you, in the office?
Can't you see her painting behind? Of course she's in the office. Don't you forget it's working hours, by the way. Rensden?
भूल गया हूँ।
You're the privileged one to work from home. We are not. Rachna, Apu.
Yeah.
I just got a news. Our principal ma'am is a bit busy, so if possible, she might join. So are we about to start now?
Yes, we'll start.
Okay. Ramkumar?
Avantika? Yeah.
We start.
Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Good evening, madam.
Good evening. Good evening, Koma.
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Good evening, madam.
What are you waiting for?
Yes, Avantika.
Am I audible right now?
Yes, yes.
Jenny?
Yes.
A very good evening to one and all present over here to this virtual session. I am Ramkumar Armugam.
And I'm Avantika Mohandas. We are from NSS unit of SIS College. A very good evening to everyone and a warm welcome to our NSS Program Officer, Professor Dinesh Pathak Sir, Assistant PO, Krishnan Iyer Sir, our speaker, Dr. R.K. Anand Sir, Chairman of PCGT, Julio Ribeiro Sir, and the members of PCGT, and also my fellow participants. Our NSS unit has organized a session called Imbibing Ethical Values for Joy and Success in Life in collaboration with Public Concern for Governance Trust. So let me give you a gist about PCGT. The Public Concern for Governance Trust was founded by the late Mr. B.G. Deshmukh, former Cabinet Secretary to the Government of India, Mr. Julio Ribeiro, former Mumbai Police Commissioner and Director General of Punjab Police, and Dr. R.K. Anand, pediatrician, former Director of Jaslok Hospital and Research Center, in order to strive for good governance in the city of Mumbai. PCGT has initiated the Youth for Governance program to synthesize youth on issues of governance and to develop leadership skills, especially in public activities. It provides a platform for youth to collectively question, discuss, and initiate actions on related issues. YFG program aims at changing the students' perspective towards ethical conduct in whatever professions they finally opt for in government or private sector. YFG has various programs like RTI program, PCGT dialogues, and good governance campaigns that mobilize youth and promote issues of governance, sexual harassment, eve teasing, and emerging social concerns of the contemporary world. The PCGT dialogues are followed with series of interactive sessions with eminent personalities with great social conscience. YFG program helps to build the students' perspective towards ethical conduct and responsible citizenship. Okay, so now I move on and I would like to call my co-volunteer Ram Kumar to proceed further.
Hello everyone. So now I would like to introduce Mr. Julio Ribeiro. Mr. Julio Ribeiro is the chairman of Public Concern for Governance Trust, PCG. Sir joined the Indian Police Service and rose to be the Commissioner of Mumbai. Later, he was promoted to the Director General of Central Reserve Police Force, Director General of Police Force Punjab, Director General of Police Force Gujarat, and the Ambassador to Romania. In 1987, Sir was awarded Padma Bhushan for his services. Since retirement, Sir busied himself with social work. Mr. Ribeiro has also entitled his autobiography, Bullet for Bullet, My Life as a Police Officer. So now, I would like to request Mr. Julio, sir, to take over the session.
Request? Whom did you request?
Sir, you, he requested.
Right. We are very happy, PCGT, to be a part of this program because we feel that we have to reach out to as many students as we can. And SIES is a very important college in Mumbai. It was there even in my times. And I had a very good, very, very dear friend of mine who recently died, who was on the board of SIES, Mr. Rajamani Iyer. And he was my college mate and he remained my friend even much after that. In fact, whenever I was out of Mumbai, he used to go and meet my mother and keep her company sometimes, Rajamani Iyer. So he was very closely associated with SIES as a student as well as later on as a member of the board of the college. So this is an extremely important subject that Dr. Anand, one of our founder trustees, is going to speak on. And he is the best person to do that because he himself is a man who with ethical values that you could in fact feel. You can actually feel it in his bones and in our bones when he is nearby. So I'm very happy that you have chosen this subject because it is important for young people to imbibe these values. You know, unfortunately, we find that many young people think today that getting rich quickly is what matters. Well, you can get rich, but not by cutting corners or not by doing things that are unethical. And I think this is a subject that Dr. Anand would definitely be able to talk very responsibly on because he himself, as a doctor and a leading pediatrician, has never tried to make a huge fortune for himself, but he has made a name for himself, and he is known for his upright integrity. And I think that he will tell you a thing or two. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your words of wisdom and enlightening our audience with Dr. R.K. Anand sir's introduction. So now I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. R.K. Anand. Dr. R.K. Anand is India's senior most pediatrician and the former medical director of Zislov Hospital and Research Center. Sir is a founder trustee of Public Concern for Governance Trust, PCGT, as a founder president of Associations for Consumer and Action on Safety and Health. Also, the former chairman of the Committee for Protection of Child Consumer of Indian Academics of Pediatrics and the co-chairman of International Advisory Council of World Alliance for Breastfeeding Action. Sir has been fully involved in ending the exploitation of child consumer by pharma and baby food industry. His book, Dr. R.K. Anand's Guide to Childcare, has been a bestseller. Dr. R.K. Anand was born in Punjab, studied in Bihar, married in Kerala, and settled in Maharashtra. Indeed, a true symbol of national integrity. He now plans to spend the rest of his life for communal harmony and to work towards organizations like Sarodya and Moral Rearmament for a corruption-free, hate-free, violence-free United India. So now, I would like to call Dr. R.K. Anand to enlighten our audience.
Thank you so much.
R.K. Anand.
First of all, I must give my pranam to the people from the NSS unit. What an important job these people are doing to inculcate values in the college students at the right time. I must say that when I ask people as to what SIES stands for, and I was told South India Education Society, immediately I felt I must show all of you the cover of this book. And this charming lady on the cover has written this book. And she is from South India, from Kottayam in Kerala. And this young man at that age, when this photograph was taken in 1959, was born in Amritsar in Punjab. Friend, this question of ethics deal with right or wrong actions. And we have to be joyful in life, successful in life, not just to be in the limelight, but happy within, joyful within. And whenever I think of these things, Kabir's couplet comes to my mind. Kabir has these two lines, which I will sing for you later. When a child is born, we doctors are very happy if the child cries. In fact, we get worried if the child doesn't cry. And once the child cries, everyone is happy, including the doctors and all the relatives and people around. But Kabir says that I want people to have a life that when they are born, the child cries, but people are happy. But when they are going from this world, they are smiling, but others are crying because they are missing that person. And it goes like this. कबीरा तुम पैदा हुए जग हंसिया तुम रो ऐसी करनी कीजियो तुम हंसो जग रो. But we tend to forget that and see what happens. This is from Times of India of yesterday. Have a look at it. What a shame. Ten MBBS final year students caught cheating in exam with micro Bluetooth in ears. This is what is called, as Mr. Ribeiro was saying, people forget that they have a life and not run for immediate gains. And now imagine their future. They are in trouble, and imagine how they must be feeling within, how their relatives must be feeling, and what is likely to be their future. So this was yesterday's Times of India. Now, see what happened today's about my profession again. 78-year-old doctor held for sexual harassment of a woman. So, friends, it's so important to keep all this in mind and make sure we do not fall prey to such immediate gains and forget having joy and real success in our life. Now, you see, I must tell you that I learned actually the right action from two students of your age. but in other spheres of life, not just for cheating in exam or for sexual harassment. Let me tell you the background. I joined medical college at the age of 17 years. I was very fond of music, drama, and sports. We had a professor in pathology. We used to have weekly music session with him. We had a play which we took to Delhi for the Inter-University Youth Festival, which was addressed by Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru. I joined the cricket team. So I was so happy enjoying all that, but friends, doctor at that time, Rajkumar Anand, failed in his first MBBS examination. But fortunately, I had a friend in the hostel living with me, Bajrang. Very fine human being, lucky to have a friend like that. Again, a student. And he said, Raj, I want to talk to you. So we sat down. Raj, this music will help you in life. Sports will help you in life. Drama also will help you to present yourself in a better way. But friend, is it the right thing to just keep thinking of all these things or forget for which your parents have sent to you, your eldest brother has sent to you in spite of some financial difficulty at time? You always thought that we have joined this profession to do selfless service to the needy. And what has happened? You have failed, although you always stood first in school in the classes. So, Raj, let's sit quietly for a while and think what is the way out. He did not shout at me. He did not curse me. He just, like a real friend, made me start thinking. When we sat for a while, I said, Bajrang, first of all, thank you so much for drawing my attention like a real friend. So what I've thought now, that I should stop attending the music classes. As far as the play is concerned, I will now only see plays being held by others, but not take myself part in plays. And instead of cricket, I will have badminton on alternate days, and that helped. And then Rajkumar Anand became Dr. Rajkumar Anand, MBBS, MD, MRCP, DCH London, and all that. And a young student like you, friends, helped this man. Similarly, another student, he saw me in an office. And in the office, he heard me talking about my professor with whom I was having a lot of problems. The professor was thinking to get me out of the institution. And I was always thinking of how to expose what wrong things he does. Next morning, I get a phone from this young man. And he said, Dr. Anand, I am doing part-time job in the office where you came yesterday. And I thought this morning I must talk to you and meet you. So I said, you're most welcome. He met me. And then he said that there is a conference going on in Panchgani at the Moral Rearmament Center.
Just look hospital ka senior.
Any problem in listening to me? Hello, friends? Okay. So he said, we would like to invite you to come there. So I went to Panchgani at the MRS Center, and there, next morning, there was a program going on, and a song was... Can you hear me all right, friends? Okay. So the song was, oh, when I point my finger at my neighbor, there are three more pointing back at me. Oh, when I point my finger at my neighbor, there are three more pointing back at me. And then they said, one of them said, that friends, if you are having problem with someone and he or she is 90% wrong and you are only 10% wrong, it's easy for you to begin. So why not be the change and take the initiative? And that's why now moral rearmament is called initiative of change. So they taught me also about having a quiet time, what Gandhiji used to say, listening to your inner voice, preferably every morning. Then they also showed a film, Give a Dog a Bone, in which there is a big king rat. He has the power to convert everyone into an animal who says, I couldn't care less, I don't care. So he converted many men and women into animals. And there was a young boy, about 8-year-old, very affectionate, caring for everyone. And the king rat was after him to convert him into an animal. And one day by mistake, he uttered the word, I couldn't care less. Shh. And he was converted into an animal. Right up, a spaceman, or maybe God, I don't know, was watching, comes down, meets this young boy quietly and says, what happened here? He said, look, by mistake, I uttered these words. Don't worry. Do you want to again become a human being? Oh, I would love to. Okay, darling. Then you have to utter 3 magical words. Please, thank you, sorry. And he uttered these 3 words, please, thank you, sorry. And he again became a human being. So I learned that. I learned again to say sorry if I'm wrong. So they taught me to listen to my inner voice. So next morning when I was listening to my inner voice, I thought to myself, could I be 10% wrong when Dr. Sheth, my professor, I say is 90% wrong? Yes, definitely at least 10%, Dr. Anand, because the other day you were seeing a movie. It's a humorous movie. Your wife is laughing, your children are laughing, and you're thinking of your boss. The other day you were examining a child. Your stethoscope is on child chest, and you are thinking of your boss. And where had the country gone? Your older sister had taught you love for the country, that you have to do something for the country. Where was the country gone? And immediately the thought came, PTS, please, thank you, sorry, and I must say sorry. And from Panchgani itself, I wrote a letter apologizing for my hatred and bitterness against my professor. And then, friends, those few lines which I always knew but I had forgotten came to my mind again. Tera mangal, mera mangal, sabka mangal hoye re. जिस जननी ने जन्म दिया है उसका मंगल होए रे, जिस धरती पर जन्म लिया है उसका मंगल होए रे। And now I started having regular quiet time, and thoughts came one after another. And I started working with an orphanage. Many children were adopted from that orphanage from India and abroad. I started working with a Rotary project in the Worli BDD Chawl. I started going on alternate Sunday to Tara village beyond Panvel for the Yusuf Meher Ali Center to see poor children from the tribal area. Books came from me in Hindi, Marathi, English, Tamil. I joined the Consumer Guidance Society of India, started a committee in our Indian Academy of Pediatrics for protection of the child consumer. I knew how children by the baby food companies were taking away the mother's breast, and children were not getting enough breast milk, and they were tempted to start outside milk by the mothers. Pharma company having products which were not safe for children was still doctor writing because they were getting some gratification from these companies. Again, in the BDD Chawl, I found that those families where the father was drinking really suffered. And that made me start thinking, and I stopped even social drinking, not even beer, and that was helpful. Then at that time, the Indo-Pakistan war was taking place, and I thought of my Jawans, whether the one who is flying, whether he or will come back home safely or not. And I decided that from now, no fee from anybody serving the armed forces. Also, a lot of respect I had for teachers, no fee from children of teachers, and no fee from police children and people from the fire brigade. Now at that time, MRA had done something wonderful for me, and they had a program called Song of Asia, and they planned to take it all through the country for 1 month. I offered to join them. And at that time, there was a doctor strike going on in Delhi. And at that time, Karan Singh was the health minister. Again, I had a thought that why can't I do something to end this strike? So I wrote to Mr. Karan Singh, and he said, what can I do? The boys and girls don't listen, and I am helpless. Then I wrote to him that I am going to come to Delhi, and I will be staying in the YMCA. At that time, could I see you for a few minutes? His secretary told me that, well, at that time, the parliament will be in session, but when you come, you give me your phone number and I'll see what can be done. At that time, fortunately, I got an appointment to see him. And when I met him, I found him a very fine human being. And I said, sir, excuse me for saying this, but today, if my child or your child or grandchild falls ill, they will get treatment in spite of the strike. But it's the poor who are suffering, who are not getting adequate care from the public hospital where these doctors are supposed to be working. Can't something be done about it? Again, the same answer, what can I do? They don't listen. I said, sir, what about having a meeting with them without any precondition over a cup of tea and see what happens? He says, okay, I'll think about it. And then I had guidance from within before I went there. I had a small booklet from India with Hope. So I gave him that with stories of hope for our country. And he said, Dr. Anand, you have given me a book? Okay, then I'll give you a book written by me. Karan Singh was very close follower of Sri Aurobindo. And he had written a book called The Political Philosophy of Sri Aurobindo. And he took out from the shelf and gave it to me. And friends, after a couple of days, I read in the newspaper, Karan Singh invited the representative of these students and these resident doctors, and the strike was called off. I don't think it was because of me, but I think both the sides were already fed up. But I think God used me to do my bit after listening to my inner voice and following it up. So as I was now having more and more quiet time, I found many doctors were giving money to the family doctors who were sending their patient, what is called cut practice. So I was uncomfortable about this sort of thing. In the meanwhile, I was lucky to meet Colonel Ishwaran. He used to have a class once a week in the Department of Speech Therapy about moral values. So once I attended the class, I loved it. Then I met him separately. I said, what about this cut practice? He said, Dr. Anand, the answer is simple. Cut down your needs. And refused to be a party to it. And then I tell you, the higher power will help you happy and joyful in life, and your needs will be met. I followed his advice, and friend, miracle happened. Once I received a child at the Nair Hospital where I was teaching as assistant professor. One doctor PPD for the patient. So I replied back to him a big letter explaining the problem of the child, reassuring him that all will be well, and I'll be happy to follow up this child whenever you feel is needed. He was shocked to see such a nice letter, and he found out who I was and rang and met me. He said, Dr. Anand, thank you so much for your care of my patient, and the child is now much better, and I would like to refer all my children patients to you. And then he introduced me to 3 other doctors who also did not believe in cut practice. And gradually I found that my students, postgraduate students in the Nair Hospital, started imbibing such values from me. For example, one Dr. Pawan Sureka, when he did his MD in pediatrics, went out, started practicing, he had referred a patient for a CT scan. And after a few days, he got a check from the place where the CT scan was done because of his reference. He was not happy because he thought this was indirect bribing. There is likely to be conflict of interest. Then doctors may be tempted to send more and more patients who may not even need CT scan so that they can get this cash amount. What did Pawan do? Pawan took that check, went to Times of India. He used to practice in Borivali. He went to Times of India, told them, see what is being done these days. And the story was published in the Times of India the following day. So friends, this is how ethics help, ethics work. I'll give you another example. I used to issue receipt to each and every patient that I saw because that was expected of us, but many doctors were not giving because they were not showing their income tax fully. I was showing my income tax properly, but once I received a letter from the income tax department, Dr. Anand, this year your income is less than the previous year. Please explain how is it? And then I went through all my papers, my receipts, and then I found that for 1 month when I had gone for this play Song of Asia with moral rearmament, I had no practice. So because I had all the receipts, so I wrote them a letter that this is how it has happened. For 1 month, I was doing God's work and not earning any money, but earning God's blessings. And you will be happy to know that the income tax authorities were very happy to get my note, and I had no problem with them at all. No, friends, this Seeds for such values are to be sown in childhood. So you all start thinking about it, whether you are young or old. For example, once my nephew, who is now 75-year-old and teaches human resource to people, he is an HRD person. Here he was in small, he brought a pencil when he came home from school. And he was showing everyone, my father, his grandfather. He said, from where did you get this beautiful pencil? He said, it was outside my school and I picked it up. So my father, his grandfather, did not shout at him. He just quietly took him, come with me. Took him to that place. From where did you get guitar? He said, from here. So put it there. Why? Because it doesn't belong to you. Secondly, that man who has left it, who lost it, may be needing it. So we should not do such things even in future, and he still remembers what he did. Similarly, my wife, I showed you that book written by my wife, and her father, who was an honest man, my wife says how she learned lessons from the father. So she writes here, my father was a very caring and content person. We always had an extra bed on our veranda. Since our home was on the main road, truck drivers carrying a lot of cash with them would come and seek shelter for the night. They would hand over the bag with the money to our father for safekeeping. They would then have a meal in our home, sleep, and in the morning collect the money from our father and proceed in their journey. Father had never cheated anyone in his life and trusted others. That was the greatest treasure he had, which he shared with us. His simplicity combined with honesty was one of the cornerstones of my upbringing. So this is how children learn. Similarly now, friend, about my other students who keep learning from me and spreading the good message. For example, look at this article. Altaf Patel writes regularly every Tuesday in Mumbai Mirror. And this article is instant gratification and why it is bad. And it shows how experiments have been done in children, where children learn that immediate gratification is not good as delayed gratification. Even they have done scans in these children and found that how this affects their prefrontal cortex and how it helps them later on in life. And as Altaf says, that it has been shown that children who chose to wait for more and not rush for immediate gratification were more successful in school, had less behavioral problems, and had higher income as in adults. Now, for friends, a little bit about the medical aspects, why it is important not to do wrong things, because it harms you in the long run. For example, when you do kind things, there's a love hormone produced in us called oxytocin, which is produced in good amount when the mother is breastfeeding her child with love. Similarly, it has been shown when you do an act of kindness, more oxytocin is produced in your body. On the other hand, if you are stressed by doing wrong things, feeling guilty, stress hormones are produced and they are harmful in the long run. At the same time, scans of the brain have been shown that how prayer for such good actions has been shown to shows CT scan showing again prefrontal cortex, making you feel more compassionate, more tolerant, more patient, and more knowledgeable. For example, beside prayer, of course, self-service is very important because Mother Teresa says that hand that helps is holier than hand that prays. Now, quickly, some recent incident. I read how Bajaj Auto head Rajiv Bajaj withdrew ads from 3 TV channels because they were showing hateful messages, toxic messages. And he said, I don't want the children of my family or grandchildren see all that and suffer from all that. So, my friends, things are happening, and I'm glad that there are people who are thinking in these lines. Finally, how do we differentiate between right or wrong action? The answer is, friends, have a diary with you. I keep a diary every day with me. Then find time. Morning time is preferable. Have a quiet time, at least for 10 minutes, preferably for half an hour. Start thinking, what is your purpose in life? How do I spend my day and my life? Examine your life against 4 moral values, which you can remember as PHUL, P-H-U-L, flower: purity, honesty, unselfishness, and love. Before that, try to reach any inspirational reading, or singing, or what I do is I every day read this Opening Doors Within every day for daily reading, and that I find very inspirational. Then, friends, let's now think of purity, for example. Purity deals with temptation or lust. And with instant gratification, what happens? Rape, child sexual abuse, unwanted pregnancy. Is it worth it? So that's why, friends, when I was in love with my wife, I had this thought to write a letter to her. I'll just read a few lines from that. Today, when I was writing you all this, let me add a line more. I have read in many books that such a real love often leads to sexual relationship between a man and a woman. But my dear, I have decided that I shall not take part in such activities until I am married with the consent of our parents. I shall do my best, but I have promised that it should not happen from my side, but I'm a human being and I need your help in keeping this promise and guard me if anything of that sort appears to happen. And she was fully supportive all the time. So this is about purity, honesty, friends. Share with parents the way Gandhiji shared when he did something wrong. And I will strongly recommend read Gandhiji's autobiography. It's available, Experiment with Truth, in English. And I find it even now very helpful whenever I read it. Unselfishness, for example, I sang to you, Tera Mangal, Jis dharti par janam liya hai, uska mangal hoye. If you think of that, you think of environmental issues. And you don't think, even if you are a businessman, to do anything where the environment can be badly affected. And finally, of course, the most important thing I have learned in life is love. When you send loveful vibrations to other person, it's like a perfume. First, you get that perfume smell, then the other person gets it. It is possible that when I send loveful vibrations, the other gets loveful vibrations, or even if the person doesn't get it, I have already got the perfume. I have already been feeling so good. Oxytocin is being produced in my body. But if he or she gets the loveful vibration, may send back to me and I'm twice blessed. But if I send hateful vibrations, I suffer, and then the other person may not be happy about it, and he or she may send me great hurtful, hatred, hateful vibrations to me, and I might twice suffer. So it's not worth it. So friends, in the long run, I would now say, just remember, please, thank you, sorry. Please be respectful to people. Thanks your parents and your elders and your teachers. And if you believe in a higher power, what has been given to you, show your gratitude and say sorry to someone whom you have hurt or you have not been fair. And remember all the time having a quiet time, examine your life against the 4 values of PHUL, P-H-U-L, purity, honesty, unselfishness, and love. This H, honesty, yes, but also have humor, you know. Fortunately, in our public concern for governance trust, we have trustees who have that sense of humor, including Mr. Romero. And it also has been shown that how it even helps you in business and in your corporate activities. And actually research by a psychology professor from Stanford University has shown that. And they have regular lecture courses for the Graduate School of Business on the subject of humor, serious business. So friends, I'll end my talk by just repeating, Tera Mangal, Mera Mangal, Sabka Mangal होए रे, जिस धरती पर जन्म लिया है उसका मंगल होए रे. And I must sing my most favorite songs, few lines, and end my talk. चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार प्यार पले. सपनों के ऐसे जामे जहां प्यार प्यार खिला हो हम जाके वहां खो जाएं शिकवा न कोई गिला हो कहीं बैर न हो कोई गैर न हो सब मिल के यूं चलते चले हम मिल के चले आ चल के चले एक ऐसे गगन के तले आ चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहां गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार प्यार पले एक ऐसे गगन के तले.
Thank you so much, sir, for your remarkable words. The way you sang, told stories, it was really encouraging, and I'm sure we all had great time and love to attend more of your sessions. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I'd like to start with the Q&A session. There are a lot of questions asked by volunteers over here. So, starting with the first one, Ashwin Iyer has sent, we being teenagers know that some of the youth have a really twisted definition of values. For example, they think they are always right. So what might be the reason behind such mentality?
You see, I have a little problem in hearing, so I will just give the phone to my grandson and then I will repeat.
Okay.
So please repeat the question.
Okay, so I'll repeat it for you. It is from Ashwin Iyer. The question is from Ashwin Iyer. We being teenagers know that some of the youth have a really twisted definition of values. For example, they think they are always right. So what might be the reason behind such mentality?
Saying that teenagers know that some of the teenagers have a twisted thought on what is the meaning of values. And they tend to misinterpret.
Aman, if you want, I will read out to him. He understands my voice.
1 second.
Dr. Anand, can I speak to you and read out to you?
You can hear now.
That's better.
Yeah, so I will read out to you, Dr. Anand. This is
A little
Rekha.
louder.
Yeah, this is Rekha here. I'm reading out the question to you.
Yes.
Are you okay? Can I read out?
Please start the question. My son, grandson is also listening, but speak a little louder.
Yeah, the question is that, 1 minute, 1 second. We being teenagers know that some of the youth have a really twisted definition of values. For example, they think they are always right. So what might be the reason behind such mentality?
So just say in brief.
Basically,
Dr. Anand, dahiye suna.
Teenagers nowadays have a twisted thought of the meaning of values. And they always, most of the times, feel that they are right. So why is that?
Yeah. Well, I don't blame them because, as I said, that these values have to be given by parents, by teachers from an early age, so that the song "Papa Don't Preach" comes alive. They have to set example. And as I said, that Gandhiji's father set a beautiful example by not shouting at him when Gandhiji did something wrong. Gandhiji had stolen a part of omelette, gold omelette, from his elder brother's arm and sold it and got 25 rupees actually to pay back the money which was due from the elder brother without his knowledge. But then Gandhiji felt bad and he listened to his inner voice and wrote a letter. Gandhiji was only 15 at that time, 15 years, teenager. And he wrote to the father that what he did was wrong. He had stolen something. Father was not too well. He was lying on his bed, but he sat up to read this letter. And after reading the letter, Gandhiji writes in his autobiography that tears dropped from his eyes, the father's eyes, fell on the paper. He did not shout at Mohandas, but Mohandas still remembers that. And throughout his life, it was helpful for him not to do wrong thing and yet not shout and violently make people do what is right. And I thought the answer is, please, thank you, sorry. It's not only for children, but for P for parents, T for teacher, and S for students. So when we all practice these values, then we realize that it was worth it. And similarly, that's why I showed you these recent examples, how MBBS students have been hauled up, how a doctor at the age of 78, has been hauled up for sexual harassment of one of his patients. So sex can at any time, see, even once I went to a temple where my grandmother, my mother's mother, had taken sannyas, and there a pandit, a mahant, a priest tried to abuse me. So I think it's very important that we be careful before we land into trouble. And the question is, at the same time, I still make mistakes in my life, friends. My wife can tell you that. But we keep learning from those mistakes, but not to feel guilty. Otherwise, we will have more stress hormones. But if you are finding it difficult, and if you believe in a higher power, pray for strength, or discuss with your teacher, discuss with your friend, discuss with a mentor, and see that you do not repeat such activities again. So I can understand that it is not easy, and one is tempted and you can miscalculate, and that's why all these examples of instant gratification and all that I gave. Next.
The
Okay,
next
sir.
question. What is the relation between ethics and success in life?
What is the relation between ethics and success in life?
You see, thing is that even in business, even in life, there are many examples of people who, for example, J.R.D. Tata, he believed in ethics and he was successful, joyful, happy all the time. So is Azim Premji. And I told you about Colonel Ishwaran, who told me to cut down my needs. Colonel Ishwaran was in the army and he was in charge of the store, where lakhs on lakhs of rupees turned hands. And one person who was supplying a good to the army, he offered 2% bribe for all that is sold for the defense services from his company to Colonel Ishwaran. Colonel Ishwaran did not shout at me, did not say, I'll get you arrested, or got him arrested through the Anti-Corruption Bureau. He said, okay, friend, you are going to offer me 2%. That means if the good is for 100 rupees, you know, you will still give for 100, but I'll get 2 rupees. So I have a suggestion. Why don't you do one thing? You, instead of giving 2 rupees to me, if the good is worth 100 rupees, then you give it to our government, to our defense services for 98 rupees. And the company did it. And the person who dealt with Colonel Ishwaran was happy to learn something from him. And so was Colonel Ishwaran. And so all of us were happy to learn this from him.
Okay, sir. So the
Any other
next
question?
the next question is from Muthu Lakshmi. From what age do you think it's necessary to make children aware of ethical values and its importance?
Good question. See, that's why I have written a book called Dr. R.K. Anand's Guide to Child Care. And there is a chapter in it, meeting the emotional needs of children, where I talk of this behavior of children. But I say, if you want to lead the children, remember the word lead, L-E-A-D. Love for, L for love, unconditional. E for example. A for acceptance. Whatever my child is, I love my child. But discipline is equally important. So you have to be firm. And when parents come to me with a child who is troubling them and doesn't listen, I give them this example. Supposing you go to a departmental store and child has seen a particular toy and asks, Mommy, I want this toy. Now you have seen from a distance that he already has this toy. So instead of shouting at him, what the hell you mean? You already have it. Do you think I have lakhs and lakhs of money to get you another one? No. The mother goes and, oh, lovely toy. But honey, you have another one like that, isn't it? No, but I want another one. Sorry. And he lies down on the ground. She doesn't again shout, doesn't hit him, doesn't beat him, picks him up, sits in a cab or in her car, comes home. Honey, see, it's there. This is, I'm talking of a 3-year-old child. See, it's there. So don't do this again anytime in future. I didn't like it, but I love you. And from that day, seeds were sown, as I showed also about the example of the pencil. So I think answer is A, you don't tell lies, you don't do dishonest act, you set an example and children will keep picking from you. And I would say start from as early age as possible, but maybe around 3 years or so.
Okay, sir. So the next question is from Ram Kumar. The question is, in our current education system, while so much stress is given upon academics, why are morals and ethics neglected? Should I repeat it for you, sir?
I saw some people have written down the question. That is a good way of helping me out. So let me
Aman, are you there?
Just repeat the question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Aman, if you can see the chat box, you'll get to see the questions if you want.
Yeah, I'm just working on that only right now.
Okay.
In our current education system, while so much stress is given upon academics, why are morals and ethics neglected?
In our current education system, while so much stress.
Very good question again. In our current education system, while so much stress is given on our academics, why are morals and ethics neglected? See, we in Public Concern for Governance also noticed this. Fortunately, we had trustees like Rekha Shahani, whose father showed example of moral values by starting a school which she picked up. For example, she once told us that her father was so particular about the punctuality, and she continues to learn such things even from other relatives who follow such values. And that's why in their school, they regularly, where she was principal, had a quiet time early morning, every morning as soon as the children came to school, learned good bhajans, songs to inspire them for the right way of thinking. And when I invited her to join Public Concern for Governance Trust, she continued to take active interest in the program Kuch Aur, which was started by one of our late trustee, Mr. Narayan Verma, and myself. And now we have this program Kuch Aur, something else besides academics. So we go regularly to the schools, municipal schools as well as private schools, so inculcate these values of love, honesty, purity. For example, when we talk about purity, about sex, we say at the right time with the right person. When we talk to the senior school students, we talk of communal harmony. We go to schools from different faiths and they love it and we love passing such values. So I think it's very important that even in today's education system, we should insist that values, in fact, I would say are more important. In fact, if you follow the values, we will have a quiet time. You will say, how do I spend my day? What is important and urgent? Must do that first. What is important but not urgent? I'll do later. What is to be done but neither important nor urgent? Yes, I will do it, but at a later date. So you learn what is more important. And I'm glad such things are being talked about. And I think all of us should insist. And the same reason is for starting Youth for Governance. Same reason for having such webinars where we say how important it is to have values, ethics, morals, besides academics.
Okay. So the next question is from Tejasvi Parak. She's asking, what advice would you give teenagers from your vast journey as a person?
What advice would you give teenagers from your journey as a person?
See, from my journey, I've already told you, friends, that be ready to learn. Don't feel guilty if you have done a mistake. As I learned from Bajrang in my medical college, where I had failed in my MBBS examination, and he drew my attention that what is the right action for me at that stage. Then I learned from this other student who saw me in the office. So I would say that have daily a quiet time. Before sitting for the quiet time, read something inspirational, whether it's Gandhiji's autobiography, or if you are keen to read any scriptures, whether it's Bible or Bhagavad Gita or Quran Sharif, read that. Or if you are interested in good music, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास. So you can listen to that to get inspiration so that you are in the right mood, in the right spirit. And then from my learning, I have learned following these values: cool, purity, honesty, unselfishness, and love, and helped me, my family, my children, my grandchildren, and we are happy. We don't have lakhs and lakhs of rupees, but I have enjoyed my life. I have a sense of humor. My wife even is better in that. And in spite of the fact that she got lung cancer, but she is facing it so well with a sense of humor, and she is improving because of the right attitude. So friend, from my life, if anybody can learn something, is honesty works. The right values in life work, but don't make such actions visible to the whole world when you are on the newspapers, like this 78-year-old doctor who tried to sexually harass a woman, or these MBBS students who were trying to cheat in the examination. So look for the long run, not for immediate gain. Think of my student, Dr. Altaf Patel, who writes in Mumbai Mirror about not having instant gratification. Otherwise, you will also become a victim of abuse or substance abuse, smoking, alcohol, etc.
Thank you so much, sir. We really enjoyed your inspiring stories, but as we are time bound, so we'll end the session. I would like to call upon my co-host, that is Misbah, to give us a vote of thanks.
No, but before you do that, I
Yes,
have a
sir.
request.
Yes, sir.
Because can you all hear me? Okay. Now I have a request because I have little problem with hearing now. I'm 86-year-old. So I have little problem. So send me an email at PCGT email ID, publicconcern@gmail.com. Any queries you have, consider me as your friend. Even if something you want not to share with anyone else and in private want to share with me, be open, and I will keep it a secret and I will not talk to anyone like that. So consider me as your friend, guide, and philosopher. And I fortunately had quite a few like Mr. Roberto, and I will be happy to answer your queries. And if required, then we could also meet and discuss further. If required, we could get help from others. So please do that. And also, as I've suggested, read this Gandhiji's autobiography. This books, this book I told you, you can read it every day before you sit for your quiet time. It's very, very inspiring. Write to me the email and I will give you the address from where you can get it. Also, this book from my good wife is available from Amazon. A Kindle version is available with only 150 rupees. Read how this woman from Kerala came to a Punjabi family and how she melded into the family. Now soon Karwa Chauth will be coming. She will be fasting for the Karwa Chauth from morning until the evening till the moon comes to her light. So friend, such books will also be helpful. But in any case, as I said, please do write to me on the PCGT email ID for any question you have, because I think I could not do justice to your questions because partly to my hearing.
Sure, sir, we'll do that. All the participants would be love to do that. So my co-volunteer, Misbah.
Avantika, then put the address. Somebody has asked for the address on the chat.
Yes, yes, ma'am. We are going to put everything on the WhatsApp group. We have made a group. Everyone are there.
Yeah.
Okay. So as we approach the culmination of today's event, I take this opportunity to thank all those who have made this event possible. It is my absolute privilege to propose the vote of thanks today. On behalf of entire NSS unit of SIS College of Arts, Science and Commerce Autonomous, I would like to thank our guest speaker, Dr. R.K. Anand, for sparing time and gracing us with his presence. Thank you, sir, for giving us your views and for giving us more insights. I express my gratitude to our principal, Dr. Uma Shankar ma'am, our program officer, Professor Dinesh Pathak sir, and our assistant program officer, Professor Krishna Nayyar sir, for their constant support and encouragement. I would also like to thank the chairman of PCGT, Mr. Julio Ribeiro, as well as the PCGT support staff. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Mrs. Rekha Shahani for giving us this platform, and to Mr. Renzin Rodriguez for his coordination throughout the event. And last but not the least, I would like to thank the wonderful participants for their constant support and attention. Thank you, everyone. I would now request everyone to fill the feedback form which will be given in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ba. We have to thank Dr. Sangeeta because we are using her platform. So thank you, Dr. Sangeeta, for always doing that for us. Thank you, girls.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Always a pleasure, Rekha. Thank you so much. And thank you, Dr. Anand. It was a pleasure listening to you after although every time you bring in some new perspective to the things. Thank you so much.
Avantika, would you want us to end it now?
Yes, ma'am.
We can?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. So we'll end the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.